You don't lack discipline. You lack identity clarity. And those are two very different problems. A lot of women are trying to become more consistent. They're trying to follow through on their goals or build better habits and stay focused on what matters. But when they struggle to do that, they assume something is wrong with their discipline. They think things to themselves like, I need to be more motivated. I need to be more focused, or I just need to try harder. But the issue isn't that you can't follow through. The issue is usually that you're trying to follow through on something that isn't clearly defined. Because if you don't know who you're becoming, then every action feels uncertain. And you start asking yourself questions like, is this the right thing to focus on? Should I be doing something else? Or am I moving in the right direction? And that constant questioning, it slows you down. It creates hesitation. It creates inconsistency and it makes progress feel much harder than it needs to be. Not because you're incapable, but because you don't have a clear filter for your decisions. When identity is unclear, everything feels like an option. And when everything feels like it's optional, it becomes difficult to commit to anything. You start moving in different directions, or you start switching focus, or you might start just overthinking every step. And over time, that creates frustration because you're putting in the effort, but that effort, it just isn't building anything stable. But when identity becomes clear, something changes. You stop trying to do everything, you stop chasing every ideal, and you start focusing on what actually aligns. Your decisions will become simpler, and you know what matters. You know what doesn't, and you stop wasting energy trying to figure that out in the moment. That's what creates consistency. It's not motivation, not pressure, it's clarity. Because once you know who you're becoming, your actions start to reflect that. Your routines start to make sense. Your habits start to stick, and your effort starts to produce results. That's where confidence comes from. It's not from waiting until you feel ready, but from showing up consistently in alignment with what you've decided to be. So if you've been trying to fix your discipline, pause. You don't need to push harder. You need to get clearer. Ask yourself, who am I becoming? What do I actually value? How do I choose to show up consistently? Because once those answers are clear, everything else becomes easier to organize. And that's when your effort starts to move you forward. If you're ready to get clear and move with intention, start with my free self trust reset tool and stay focused, stay intentional, keep moving forward.